My bucket list is probably 40 pages long, so if I didn't start chucking off with it now, then it wouldn't happen in the last few years of my life.
Meet David Graziano, a successful New York club designer who left the Big Apple for Tulum, Mexico in search of sandy beaches and creative inspiration.
It just rang with me from the minute my feet hit this beautiful powdered white sand. This is a special beach.
Now, David has left the stress of New York behind him forever to build his own beachside retreat and start a whole new life in paradise.
13 years in the city, you're ready for change. And Tulum is the quintessential opposite of New York City. The plan was to build a hotel that would capture people's imagination.
Jeez. Was it a struggle initially when you came down here and started construction, the fact that you didn't speak Spanish?
Absolutely. I had a contractor that ripped me off for about $80,000. I remember starting to think that I wasn't going to have enough of a hotel that could accommodate people. This is the spot where I come when I really need to just let go. I would watch the sunset and it would take with it all the stress of my day. To me, Ahau is like in its infant stages.
Oh. So what's it like raising your little girl in paradise?
I love it. I wake up every morning and, I pinch myself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're here in Tulum, Mexico to meet David Graziano, an industrial engineer who escaped the Big Apple for sandy beaches and easy living. David, tired of designing restaurants and clubs for others, moved down here to open up his own resort, and with the help of his girlfriend, built a beautiful spot on the Caribbean Sea for everybody to enjoy. Now a father, this expat is living the life by using the skills he learned in the past to make his dreams a reality in the present. So let's go in and see what he's created.
Yes.
I'm Savannah.
Hi, Savannah. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's busy around here.
These are the additional 4 units we've been trying to finish since we've opened. So we shut the hotel down for a week, and I've got probably 30 guys here trying to make it happen. And actually, that you're here, we could use an extra hand. Come on.
I know what's coming now.
Come on,
I'm
come on.
I'm in.
We're actually making a wood floor right now for these 2 bottom units. Each board is individually stained 3 times, painted, sanded, and then installed.
So are you super involved in this whole building process?
If I'm not doing this part, I'm not really fully enjoying it.
Right.
So I'm a very hands-on person. My name is David Graziano. I just turned 42. Born in California, Los Angeles, but grew up in South Florida. I designed my first nightclub when I was 25 years old. It was called the Blue Room. It was a huge success, but I had an itch to do more. I needed a great change. So when I turned 28, sold my business, jumped in my car, and drove to New York.
He wanted to be a successful designer, and he felt that you would never really be successful unless you could make it in New York.
You got it, you got it.
For me, I was going, wow, you're a success here. I'm going to New York, gave up everything.
By tomorrow, we're gonna screw these boards down, and once they're all installed, we're gonna go over it with a varnish. You'll end up with a piece that looks like this.
It's so beautiful.
That's
Looks
it.
cool.
Yeah.
I'm inspired.
We'll come back to this later, and in the meantime, there's some amazing stuff on the property I'd like to show you.
Yeah,
All right?
let's take a look around. I will gladly sand every board in this place if I could live here.
Yeah, this room is all about the bed, right?
my
So we get the most comfortable mattress that human beings have ever made, and we center it perfectly in view so you get the sunrise and the ocean.
Were you a hotel designer before you came down? How'd you get down here?
I mean, I designed a few hotels, city hotels. To me, it was very similar to what I was doing in New York, just different types of materials and a different location.
And what were you doing in New York?
In short, I was going there to be an artist. I met a guy named Lionel O'Hayan, who was the owner of a company called I Crave Design. We had a mutual friend that was building a very large nightclub called Deep, 20,000 square foot nightclub, lounge, restaurant concept. And after that project finished, I was instantly a hospitality designer in New York City.
So the first one went well.
Yeah, very, very well. Very well. I was never without a day without work after that job. You know,
Amazing.
so, yeah. 3-4 years later, started my own business called Sky Studio Designs. We designed Pink Elephant, Kiss and Fly. We did RDV and Bagatelle. All 4 of those brands were exceptional. There's a feeling it gives you when you see somebody react positively to something you do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Jeez.
Many people come here to stay in this room. What I find is they never leave the deck.
And how long again have you been working on this?
It broke ground September 15, 2011 and opened on Christmas. And ever since we've opened, we've been working on it.
Tell me a little bit more about your background in New York and how you ended up down here.
Well, that was probably the nightclub business, not the design business. I was around a lot of greed and a lot of ego, and I was in court a lot, fighting for things that I worked really hard for. I was looking where my career was going and the new project I was taking on, and I wasn't liking what I was seeing. There was many times where I was with people that I cared about and also thought were very close friends of mine that were bleeding me.
There were always problems. There was one person was always suing someone else, and this one was suing that one, and you know, that's a very tough business to be in.
I remember thinking to myself, is this what it's going to look like at the top of my goal? I told myself no. I just needed a change of environment, not just from the city, but I needed to change the people that I was surrounding myself with.
And so you came to Tulum.
Tulum. A friend of mine brought me to Tulum to look at a piece of land. I had never heard of it, had never really been to this part of Mexico. It just rang with me from the minute my feet hit this beautiful powdered white sand. This is a special beach. I felt this simplicity that I never felt anywhere before it. If I was going to make the change to simplifying, Tulum was going to be the destination.
He just called me up and he said, "Oh, Mom, I'm selling everything. I'm getting out. I don't want the stress anymore. It's going to kill me." He was turning 40. I thought it was a midlife crisis.
It felt so right that that day I felt this huge lift come off my shoulders. It's just all of a sudden I could breathe again.
What's it like moving from the big city to a little beach town?
For me, it was exactly what I needed. You know, 13 years in the city, you're ready for change. So I was looking for exact opposite. And Tulum is, I think, the quintessential opposite of New York City. The biggest difference between New York and Tulum is speed. From how fast you walk, how fast your car drives, how fast you're going to get served. Anything that has to do with speed is completely different than New York.
So how's your Spanish going down here?
Actually, in the category of construction, muy bien. I can probably get by here.
Right.
But if I had to converse outside, like in a conversation with somebody, I'd be shy. Necesito brochas, un chicas, un mediano, and un grande. No, dos cuatro. Dos estas, por favor, sí.
Was it a struggle initially when you came down here and started construction, the fact that you didn't speak Spanish?
Absolutely. You know, at first I had a lot of good sign language, you know, hammer, and we made noises. I'd be like, "Do you have that?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, see." Chainsaw, I'd be like, "Wah!" And you go, okay. So that part was actually probably my best Spanish lesson. Was because I was forced. It was either learn those words or, you know, not get the stuff done in the time you need to get done. So it was really important. When I started to build Ahau, I had 2 really good construction crews and 2 really bad ones. And the bad ones were bad. I probably lost $80,000 in those 2 contractors. And by the time we got to the point where I realized I couldn't use them anymore, I said, "Can you bring my materials that I gave you money to buy?" He's like, "I didn't buy the materials." So not only did you not finish my unit, but you didn't even buy the materials. I couldn't say, "Hey, you know what, you're fired. Hey, let me go find another guy." But I was like, I gotta open up on Christmas. I already sold the whole hotel out. I'm going with what I got. I gotta make this happen. The last 3 weeks, I had run out of money. I mean, I went through everything that I had. I couldn't stop. I can't go, hey, this is the money I have to eat, but I'm not gonna finish everything, 90% of it I just poured my life into. I just said, here, take it. Here, credit card, credit card, credit card. I remember starting to think that I wasn't gonna be able to have enough of a hotel that could accommodate people. That throws you back a little bit and takes, you know, oh my God, the dreamy excitement, and brings you down to a little bit of a reality check. You still go forward if you believe.
Why'd you build your water tower so tall?
Well, you know, the higher the water, the better the water pressure, because it works off gravity. This is the spot where I come when I really need to like just let go. I would watch the sunset and it would take with it all the stress of my day.
Now that you've been open a year, has the stress melted away a little bit?
Absolutely, I know. I mean,
Are you at least having a little fun now?
I'm having a blast. I wake up every morning and, you know, I pinch myself.
So the dream is real. It takes a little work to get there,
real,
but...
Total real. I never had a problem with all my projects where I thought I wasn't going to make a deadline. This was the first time that I was in that position. It was an all new experience for me. So what I had to do is I had to shift the issues I was addressing. I gave everybody who came here complimentary 3 nights to come back at any time of the year. Brought the prices down much lower. Free alcohol. I was like,
that helps.
You know, get them drunk. They won't care about anything. They'll sleep on the beach. They won't even need the room. To me, Ahau is in its infant stages. I'm still pinning the diapers on Ahau.
Back to the construction site.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna varnish this piece of wood, and then we're gonna attempt to put it in the floor, and it'll actually be the first piece of wood to go into the floor that's varnished.
I'm ready.
Nice.
Nice. You like
Yeah,
my varnishing
yeah,
skills,
yeah.
David?
Palapa number 17, remember that number. Why don't you sign the back of the board?
All right.
And then this way, you know, 17 will be your palapa.
I love it.
Nice. That's authentic. It's not a copy. Keep going. Push harder on it. Good, you're in. What time do you want to start tomorrow? I only got like 2,000 more of those, you know?
I can do it, actually.
Right.
I'm in.
This is one of the many great ways to end the day here at Ahau. I mean, the campfire, great friends, a little bit of beer.
What do you see for the future for you here in Tulum?
What's that list, that movie where...
Oh, the bucket list.
The bucket list, right? So, you know, they did the bucket list when they were at the end of their lives, you know? My list is probably 40 pages long. So if I didn't start chucking off at it now, then it wouldn't happen in the last few years of my life. So I've always had an interest to play a string instrument. So I picked up a harp, which I have right here. 2 weeks now, so bear with me here. 2 weeks. I'm gonna try and play one melody.
All right.
All right? Let's see here.
I came to Tulum for a very special, for me, life-changing experience, and I was only gonna stay in the Ahau for maybe a week, and here I am, more than a month into my journey, and I'm still at Ahau. It's paradise, you know.
Everyone here is sort of here for the same reason, you know, to find like a new way of life, and so we've all sort of like banded together and formed this little family.
That's about as far as
It's not bad for 2 weeks.
You know. Look, Milana and the baby.
The ladies of Ahau. Hi, I'm Savannah.
Savannah, Milana, Savannah, Alea.
Hi, Alea.
Alea.
Yeah,
Tomorrow,
of course, come right here.
Tomorrow she'll be 3 weeks old.
She loves the beach.
Yeah, I did many meditation courses with her.
Yeah.
So she's meditating baby.
I met Milana a couple times through mutual friends. She was a dancer, and she would perform in different nightclubs. She was absolutely gorgeous. She was full of life and caring and loving. I mean, just all the qualities you want to see in somebody when you first start dating them.
I don't think I really got to know David in New York as much as I did when I got here. He opened up and he became less confined by all his work, and work I think took out a lot of his energy. And so here we really got to know each other on a deeper level.
Having a child for me has never really been in my plan. It was always too busy, traveling too much, not in one destination. When I got here, I felt like I was going to be here for a while. And I also felt, unlike New York, that Tulum is an incredibly inspiring place to raise a child. I thought it was the right time.
So what's it like raising your little girl on the beach in paradise?
I love it.
Yeah?
It's definitely nice when you're breastfeeding, looking into the abyss than to another building and another
Yeah, very true.
Much a different
Very true.
feeling.
So you excited?
Yeah, next activity.
We're gonna go through 2 lagoons to get to an area where there's a small little stream that originally was carved out by the Mayans as a means for trade from getting from one body of water to the other. And one body of the water is higher than the other. So it creates a bit of a current, small rapids. And so we're gonna strap on life vests and we're just gonna drift down like a lazy river. Mangroves on both sides is beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
And is this a place you like to come when you do take some time off and enjoy that you live in paradise?
And share it with people who come and visit, yeah. This is the spot.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm psyched to check it out.
Living in Tulum for myself as a foreigner, it's also very new and I'm still in that very cool novelty aspect. But I'll have moments where it'll just hit me and I'll be like, shit, I'm living in another country. I'm like, this is awesome. Each chamber has a meaning. One was for the security guy, one was for the guys that take you do the trading. So this is like the guard, like a guard gate. Oh. Or like the check-in point. You know.
Refreshing.
In between all the work, I have these moments where I'll take the time to think about this awesome aspect of experiencing all these new experiences.
This is where he wants to stay. He's very happy. It's a simple life. He's healthier. He's eating better. He's sleeping better. He's not running around till all hours of the night. And it's good for David.
What makes somebody happy in Tulum is very different than what makes somebody happy in New York. People are happy because they get to live on this beach, which is incredible. I have 3 or 4 friends that live in tents, and they've been living in a tent for a year, and they're happier than most people I know in New York. The center of where the happiness is coming from is more real in Tulum. Are you familiar with the Mayan ruins?
No, not here.
Okay, well, we're gonna get to see it from one of the best spots in all of Tulum. In fact, not many people get to see it from this viewpoint. And if you could look over this horizon right here, the calm blue water, we're gonna hit a boat and we're gonna check it out from sea.
Amazing.
So, Savannah?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Nice
what do you-
view, man.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing when they put that thing on top of that rock, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's...
The first beachfront residence of Tulum.
Yeah.
Do you know the history lesson about what we're looking at here?
Well, actually, you see the 2 openings? Well, actually, we can only see one right now.
Yeah.
But that opening, and there's another one on the other side of the ruin, is perfectly lined up with the 2 openings in the reef. If you don't have those 2 openings, you wouldn't know coming in from the sea where the opening in the reef was to get to shore.
So they're channel markers. They're Mayan channel markers?
They're Mayan channel markers.
Oh,
It's
that's awesome.
really quite brilliant.
What would be your advice for people that want to do it, that want to cut the cord, that want to move away, get away from the States, live their dream? What would be your main piece of advice?
You know, I tell anybody I've come in contact with that is thinking about, leaving their security to follow a dream of theirs, that they should absolutely try it. It's like I would rather fail trying than to not try at all. So.
And you obviously don't have any regrets about leaving New York behind.
I don't look
starting
back.
your life.
I never look back. And for me, if I think about the past, it's like an infection to the future.
Another awesome day.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the day.
Capping it off with a beer on the beach.
No better way to finish it off, you know?
Well, you made a beautiful home for yourself. I mean, does Tulum feel like home now?
Oh, absolutely. Every time I leave Tulum to go back to the States or even another vacation outside of Tulum, when I get on the plane to come back to Tulum, I have that feeling of, wow, I'm going home. And it's a great feeling.
I can cheers to that.
Cheers to that.
Thanks for letting me be a part of your dream for a couple of days. It's really, really
It's been
beautiful.
a total pleasure.
And super inspirational.
Yeah, no, I hope to see you back again.
Oh, for sure. Pull off a 17.
You got it. You got your mind. The goal here was to create a place that was more than just a hotel. I've watched guests leave crying. You know, I've had guests tell me it's changed their life.
Ahau, it's a very special place. It's an experience that connects people. It's a place that even if I left tomorrow, I'll feel home coming back anytime.
I think David's wonderful. He walks around with his heart open. I've never seen him not smile at someone who walked by.
He's this brilliant, artistic soul. And I think Tulum allowed his heart and his desire to synchronize.
Now I'm starting to see the benefits of all the hard work. I wake up in the morning, lift my head off the bed to watch the sunrise. That is a beautiful gift.
He loves his lifestyle. I just spoke to him yesterday, and he's in love, and he is so proud to be a dad.
If I had to compare that lowest point on that water tower to my current point, it's like a lifetime. Like I was reborn. I'm much more peaceful now. I'm starting to enjoy life again.
Very first trip to Dominica, my husband said it was too primitive for him.
How long were you married for?
39 years.
And you're not married anymore?
I'm not married anymore.
How long did it take you to build this?
It took 8 years
8
when
years?
we're not done.
The resort is far more elegant than anything that Dominica has.
The turtles are nesting on the beach. They were highly endangered.
You felt compelled to protect them.
Yes.
You know what?
There were only 9 turtles the first year, and as of July, there were 69.
Five, Ben!
Yeah.
Did you ever think that you would find love again and come down here?
No, I mean, I was just wanting to get rid of a man. I'm glad I did it when I did it, even though it was probably a little late. I can't complain.
You're definitely an example of it's never too late. Yeah, do it!
Pharrell Williams here.
Hi, I'm Joy Bryant,
I'm Eric Ripper.
I'm Tom Colicchio.
I'm Dr. Frank Lipman, the host of On the Table,
the host of Across the Board,
Host of Artist Talk,
Host of Hooked Up,
Host of the show, Be Well Week, Be Well Weekend, on the Reserve channel.
It's only on Reserve.
Did you know that you can follow my show on social media sites like Facebook?
Follow us on Twitter.
If you're a fan of my show, hit the like button.
All of the above.
Share me with your friends.
Treat yourself. Check out a new episode of my show, Hooked Up.
And if you want to leave comments, feedback, ideas, whatever, love to hear from you. Leave a comment.
And if you don't want to miss the show, be sure to subscribe.
The one that's like down here, or is it here? Somewhere down here.
Thanks for watching the Reserve channel.
Only on YouTube. Throw caution to the wind and ask yourself what rules.